It's the last leg of Tuesday's Daily Rundown and time to look at some of the more quirky stories that have been making the news. And it's the first time I've heard them too. People in Manchester are being warned to look out for a mystery water bomber as they walk through Portland Street. Revellers who may have had a bit to drink and those who are making a noise in the early hours and just innocent members of the public walking along or waiting at the bus stop have been hit by balloons filled with water hurled from a window. Police have been called out to Portland House off Portland Street in Manchester city centre a number of times in the recent weeks. So I just wanted people to come forward. Do you know the water bomber? Are you the water bomber? What do you think of these stories?
Do you think we come out on TV and be like, yeah, it's me, me guys?
Eyes spreading H2O all over Manchester.
Yeah. Tweet us if you are the bomber.
Yeah.
Mr.
Water bomber. Water bomber. Yeah.
Everybody.
If you're in the Portland Street area, I mean, it's not going to be that difficult.
Don't send out a terror alert, please.
It's not going to be that difficult to find. You just need to find.
If it's out of a window, surely can they not trace it to the window? We're like pretty.
It probably happens quite. What, you trace the trajectory of the water balloon backwards?
That's what we need. CSI. That's what we need. We need Gil Grissom in town. We need with the little things.
That's amazing.
That would be excellent.
But why are they doing it though? Why at this time of night?
Well, you can see. I mean, if you imagine
I think it might be you.
No. You can imagine if you live on Portland Street, so noisy, the buses are bad enough, and then people coming back drunk. I walked past a pair of lads on Portland Street, one of them just having a wee in a doorway. It was like 7 p.m. at night. We go past them, me and my friend, and we're like, and he turns around and starts following us with his wee. And it's just awful. So you can see why, if you lived there, you'd start chucking water bombs at people.
Okay, so there's a real motive behind why they're doing it.
They're making a serious point.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun, you know. I mean, everybody needs...
good for all the family.
Yeah, hydration.
Free shower.
Terrifying, though.
Depends how big the bomb is, how it breaks on your head, does it ruin your clothes?
See, I'm starting to think you're the one, Tara. I
can't throw. I'm an investigative reporter. I can't throw. If I'd spill it all over a guy out the window. I do it on a shut window. It's not me.
Is it not?
No.
Maybe it's just like a very slow instalment of the water bucket challenge.
or buffering. People
it's buffering
without them knowing.
Yeah.
You will raise money for charity.
Okay. Or maybe it's just like bespoke rain. Maybe it's like a bespoke rain.
Rain.
Yeah. Okay, or female order rain.
Maybe our friends over at the Museum of Science and Industry can help, but
they won't be able to reach from there. It's miles away from Mossy. That's miles away.
They could run some kind of scientific test. Okay, story number.
Scientific test.
Scientific test. Anyway, an unluckily reveller set the internet to work this week when he pleaded with strangers to help him find his trousers, of course. He was wearing when he went on the town for a few too many drinks. Canadian Andy Gaudry was at his grandma's 80th birthday, rave on, when he got so inebriated, he managed to lose track of his chinos he was wearing and woke up with no memory of where he left them. And his wallet and phone were inside. He set the good people of Reddit to work and the missing trues were located a few hours later. Was his granny's party that crazy he's lost his trousers? Have you ever lost anything when you've had a few, apart from your dignity, perhaps? Discuss.
Well, I have one objection to this story. The good people of Reddit? I mean, really? The good people?
They reunited him with his trousers.
How many are those for?
I don't know.
So, they found his trousers. One good deed.
That was it, yeah. I mean, I'm mostly upset that the man who lost his trousers wasn't called Donald, because growing up, that's what you do. Donald wears his trousers.
Yeah.
Personally, I know that it says that he got his trousers back. No mention of whether he got his mobile phone and his wallet back. So obviously, the good people of Reddit, the good but yet aware of how capitalism works, people of Reddit who stole his money. Yeah, there was a story recently about a girl who lost her £3,000 prosthetic hand. People are just losing too many things. I think you should learn a lesson. This man should have been made to walk all the way back to Canada with no pants on.
Back to Canada?
Yeah, walk back
walk
to Canada.
Back to the country.
I also love the idea that this was after his grand's 80th birthday. I mean, it sounds like a pretty wild grand.
Yeah.
Things have got so out of hand. Or maybe he was, I don't know, maybe he just...
You don't
I don't know. Maybe he's the lightweight of the
it.
family. Maybe she's a real hardcore drinker.
Yeah.
Maybe
Gran's
we're talking.
often nice.
Yeah.
It was my gran that gave me my first drink.
Well, you know, and look where you are now. So I'm only joking. Hell's Angels are no longer the best known bikers in the world. Pictures have emerged of a biker cat who's captured the hearts of his hometown of Rio. So we've got a picture here of cat on a bike.
Those sunglasses.
Oh my God, that is amazing.
Cow hell. Boom.
Cats are travelling everywhere at the moment. There's one that's going in a boat around the world.
Cats are owning it. They're absolutely owning it at the moment.
She's just bobbing on the front.
I've seen that.
It's a tiny little boat.
Yeah,
it's amazing. There's a couple of them.
I'm struggling to say this. It looks like Chiquino, which is the cat, is an experienced traveller at 12 years old. 12 years old, and is not daunted by the high speeds that he reaches. So, do you know any animals in the local vicinity, apart from the man maybe walking his raccoon, that can do these kind of amazing things?
Cats actually have a terminal velocity. I don't know if you know this. If you throw a cat out of a window about 7 floors up, or anything from about 3 to 7, it'd die.
Right.
Anything above 7, apparently they reach what's called terminal velocity.
Right.
And they stretch out. And they actually like parachute down.
They glide like a bat to the floor.
Yeah. So if it's over a certain
squirrels.
Yeah. So apparently
that's what I was
certain...
thinking.
Yeah. Apparently, over a certain distance. I mean, obviously, I wouldn't suggest trying this out. Yeah, don't try it out. But there's a certain distance that they have enough time to slow themselves down.
Cats, particularly, I think often lady cats, when they've had the snip, and they get that sort of soft pouch of fur.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's what sort of stretches out. And
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
My cat can play fetch. And he can also wee on the Tassimo maker, which is really fun. He likes to mark his territory.
The Tassimo maker.
Not brand new. So I have it on the top, and that's where he sees the other cats in the kitchen, and he sometimes wees on the worktop to spray it, and it goes on my coffee maker. It's not a very fun time. It's not really a really fun fact there.
No.
But I just thought I'd throw that in. Yeah, no, he can play fetch.
You know, rats can play fetch, and they can recognise their own names.
Really?
Yeah, they're really smart animals.
I have no animal facts, but my mum told me that people who have ginger hair when they were naughty, when they were little, they were naughty, so they were put out in the rain and they rusted. Which, as you can see from I have a tinge of ginger in my fringe.
Tinge of ginger,
in my beard as well, a tinge of the ginger in the fringe. And so I have no animal facts. My granddad told me that horses can't look up, which is wrong.
Yeah.
And he also told me that dogs can't read, which is right.
Well, you don't know. But
Well, no. And he also told me that dogs see in black and white, which isn't true, apparently.
Did you know that a horse's tongue goes all the way back to... So you know a horse's head is maybe about that long.
Yeah.
The tongue attaches right at the back, in the same way as ours do, right? At the kind of
Right at
beginning
the
of
back.
their neck.
Oh.
So the tongue is crazy long,
Oh, right.
basically. I once met a police horse who, it was a retired
She was a lovely
police
woman.
horse.
Yeah.
Oh, and I had this absolutely huge head, and it was just even weirder thinking about this really, really long.
Surprised they don't sell it in the counter in France, you know, like rolled up tongue with a
Horse
cocktail
tongue.
stick and an olive in it.
No. They do eat lots of kinds of strange things. They drown birds in brandy, which is very weird. There's an illegal way of eating a bird. So I once saw it on a programme, and they have like a bowl of brandy, and then they have the bird, and you drown the bird in the brandy.
Don't do any of this.
And then you eat the bird under a cloth because it's illegal. Like you don't know.
Why is
what's
that cloth
going
on your head? I'm not
Exactly.
eating a
I've
drowned
not
bird.
just drowned a chaffinch and eaten it.
Okay, well, moving on from this because it's getting a little bit crazy. We love birds here at the Daily Rundown.
Yummy.
A woman in Canada has joined a long list of unwelcome 911 calls. She called the emergency services in distress and hunger because her pizza was not cheesy enough. The police services in Newfoundland said they also get calls about basketballs lost in trees and even roommates arguing over a toothbrush. So I don't know what this is going
about this.
So what do you think about people ringing, seriously, the emergency services or something like that? Cheese on the pizza is ridiculous.
They're idiots. Some people have phoned up asking where the remote control was. There is a famous thing of somebody phoning up after a football match.
Do you know
asking them
that though reminds me of the amazing story that went viral about a grandma who was using Google and believed that she was writing to a person, so she was unfailingly polite.
Yeah, I've seen
and
that.
And it's gone viral. You know, she always please and thank you and thought that somebody was replying, which I absolutely love.
Oh, that's really cute. And she's not tying up an emergency service.
Yeah, so much nicer than ringing up the emergency services to ask for where the remote is.
Yeah, I mean, I know one of the football clubs in this city, they had when they signed not the one I support, the other one, the dark side, the other undisclosed one. They when they had players who would come over here, they would have a phone line set up so that they could phone if they needed any help to sort of assimilate, not assimilate. That's a really, really horribly sinister word. To kind of adjust.
Okay,
That's
well,
it. Settle
as fun
into
as it is, I'm really sorry, but I've got to wrap it up for tonight. So thanks to my guests, Stephen, and Polly. The Daily Rundown's back tomorrow. So bye from everyone in the studio,
Okay, bye.
and we'll see you then.